Hey, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I am doing fantastic. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being here, hanging out with me today. We're going to have a good time. Come on in. Good to see you. It's that time again. We got our IG family on. We are ready to go. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? How was your weekend? How was your week? We're almost at Friday. And today is, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm coming to hang out with you. Thank you for joining me for Madam CEO Live at lunchtime. This is me, Tia Wilson McCrary. Some of you all know me as Bishop Tia McCrary, but for you all, during this time of day, I am definitely Tia Wilson McCrary. I am the owner of Madam CEO, your small business advisory and profitability firm. I help folks just like you and me find the money using our creativity, and then I help take your brilliant ideas and I turn them into money-making businesses. I've been an entrepreneur for 27 years. I've been writing my check that long. I've gotten to several different industries, from the beauty industry to manufacturing and to pastoring and church planting. And now I am advisor to some of the greatest minds in this country. And I'm so awesomely grateful for that opportunity to help them transform their bank accounts from making nothing in their extra expenditures or their extra income coming in, to some of them even leaving their jobs and turning this into full-time business. I help you figure out how to start your business. I help you do it correctly. I help you do what I have done, and that's been successful. I've lost a lot of money, but I've made an awful lot of money. And I thought, what better way than to give back is to come here on my social media platforms and help as many people as I can, answer as many questions as I can, and get my clients to get their visions out of their head onto paper and manifest it. And so that's what I do. I have such a wonderful, wonderful job, and I get an opportunity to talk to y'all. Yay! And so hopefully you all have some questions. By all means, do me a favor. Go on and write the questions below, those comments below. Just always make sure they are respectful, and I am going to respectfully answer them to the best of my ability. And that's what we do. I got a couple of church announcements. Y'all know church announcements as people are coming in. My church announcements are this. On the 2nd of September, I am going to start my lunch and launch series, and I'm going around the country. I'm starting in my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, during the holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend. And I am going to be hanging out with some very, very wonderful people as they learn how to launch their businesses over the lunchtime. It's going to be on a Saturday. It's going to be at Brio's in Lyndhurst, Ohio, one of my favorite spots to go to when I'm in Ohio. And we're going to come together at 11:30. We're going to be done right around 3 o'clock. But we're going to have a fantastic time. I'm going to answer your questions. You're going to get some one-on-one coaching over there. We're going to have some fun giveaways. We're going to have some exercises we're going to do. Of course, we're going to have lots of food. If you choose to have some libations, that's on you, as long as you can still pay attention and stay in your seat. And I'm asking that you would consider bringing some of your friends. So even if you're not in the Cleveland area and you know people that are in the Cleveland, Ohio area, tell them they need to make sure that during that Labor Day weekend that they come and hang out with lunch and launch with Madam CEO. And so you can get you can reserve your space at MadamCEOUniversity.com. The Madam doesn't have an E. So it's MadamCEOUniversity.com. Let me say it again. MadamCEOUniversity.com. And we're going to have a fantastic time. So thank you so very, very much. All right, so the next thing is I want to let you know that I've got a great product, and I think this is going to be beneficial even with what we're talking about today on what do you do when it's time to transition, because we've got to make that money. Thank you so much, darling. You are being a great help to me today. And so I want to make sure you all know about this product. A lot of people have said, listen, I don't have time to start a new business. I just don't. And I tell them, yes, you do. If you need more money, yes, you do. You have several hours that we spend on social media, in traffic, watching TV, putting our feet up. If you can turn that into currency, wouldn't you? And they always say yes. So I said, let me do this. Let me create something that shows you how to take your one idea, maybe just one great idea, and how to look at it from a different perspective so that you can start making money doing different things with that one idea. And so I came up with a product called taking one idea and turn it into multiple income streams. It is $29. No, it's $39. Is it $39? I think it's $39. It comes with a over 1 hour video of intense instruction. Comes with a workbook training manual. I'm sorry, not a workbook, a training manual, and it also comes with a planner, so you can print it out every day and plan everything that you need to do to get this one idea multiplied and moving and turning it into currency. So that's what I help you do. It is a great investment. It's only $39. And if you don't want the video how-to, and you just want to read through the manual and you just want the planner, that is $19.97. So you can pick that up at MadamCEOUniversity.com as well. I want to say congratulations to all of you all who are part of my beta class. We have oversold the class. And the first Saturday we had it, it was pretty intense. It had a lot of information. After the first hour and a half, people thought it was over. I'm like, it ain't over. We got another section. So congratulations to all of you all. I've gotten so many great emails already from people just from week 1 of them getting some awesome results. And so congratulations to all of you all who are starting to implement what you learned for the Coaching for Coaches Beta Group Boot Camp we are doing. It's a whole month. And so I've got some free stuff coming up. And then the next church announcements for the free stuff is, if you've got a topic that you want me to do a masterclass on, a free class, please just write it below. And I am going to actually definitely consider it, because I want to do something a little different before the end of this month. And so I'm taking suggestions. I know so many things, but I want to know what it is that you guys want to know. And I'll take some time and create a course around that suggestion. All right. So, last thing, I love hearts. I love hearts and I love comments. And so if you've got some hearts, thank you for those hearts. Thank you for those comments. If you super hearting and all of the good stuff on Periscope, because I'm on Periscope, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on the gram. I want you, by all means, do me a favor if you can. Instagram can't do this yet, but Facebook and Periscope can. Go on and push that share button. If we are not connected, please let's connect. Connect with me at Tier Wilson McCrary on Facebook, on Instagram, on Periscope, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. You can also find me at Madam CEO ATL. Go to all of my pages and check out what's going on, okay? Oh, the last thing before we get started, I want to let you know I am opening up a private group. It will be a private group for MCOs, for CEOs in the making. It is going to be a wonderful community, and it is going to be open at mid next month. My beta group are the first people that are in it. So I'm going to give them the first 30 days. And then after that, anybody can come and be a part. And we're going to be interviewing people to be in the group. It is going to be a paid group. You will get a lot of value out of that group. You're going to get a lot of classes. You're going to get a lot of lives. You're going to get a lot of people coming in and sharing their expertise, the wisdom, the things that they do to succeed in business. You're going to have a community of people who are growing right along with you. And not only growing along with you, their responsibility is to help you figure out what to do next and learn what not to do from what they've done wrong. And so it's going to be a great community, and you really can draw and grow from them and not waste any money or any time. And so I just wanted to encourage you all in all of that. All right, so we're about to get started. I am so ready. If you are ready, can somebody throw me up some type of emoji that's not a bad emoji, or some type of hearts, and we're going to get this ball going. If you are watching me by replay, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time. Thank you so much for taking the time to rock with me and roll with me today. We're going to get it going. Okay, we're ready. Let's get this thing. What do you do when it's time for transition? You know, it's almost fall time, and the trees are changing depending on what city you're in, and what country you're in, part of the country you're in, if you're here in the States. And I do have some folks across the pond. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? But there are seasonal changes that all of us must go through. And when you're adulting, some of the times you do not know how to correctly transition. I've gone through the process of being a new bride, being a single mom, to being a new bride, to having my house burned down, to having my mother-in-law, as soon as I met her, diagnosed with terminal cancer. Her sister was diagnosed with terminal cancer at the same time. My father-in-law had a heart attack and he passed away. Did I say we lost our house in a fire? Yes, we lost our house in a fire. I I got pregnant. I had a very high risk pregnancy, almost lost my baby. And we went through a whole lot. And then they all, my in-laws and my mother all died within 18 months of each other. Shortly after, I started a company and I lost a boatload of money, y'all. And I understand what it's like to go from working in corporate America. I was working corporate America to now working for myself, and I started a company. And when I started this company, I tried to figure out what to do, and I was losing. Can I just be honest? I was losing real serious. I was losing money left and right. I'm not talking about $100. I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars until I figured out what I needed to do. All that took something called transition. Every different step of my life was transitional. Then I got a chance to be a full-time parent, went into pastoring, ended up pastoring 2 churches on either side of the country, one Cleveland, Ohio, one here in Atlanta, simultaneously doing 2 services on Sunday, flying back and forth to Sunday, 2 services, 2 different states every Sunday. That was difficult to do. And then after I just recently retired, I want to say it's almost 6 months now. And then I transitioned to doing this full time. Did I say? Yeah, I didn't miss anything. I don't think so. And all of that took transition, then becoming a grandmother, okay, and having grown children and having them transition and getting engaged. It's all transition. And some you cry, Scott. Some you cry. Some you are joyful about. Some you're confused. Most of the time, you're really, really fearful. If I'm just honest, you're very, very fearful. And I know for me, it was never easy, even making the decision, my last transition, and making the decision to no longer be a pastor and go on and retire, because I had shown everybody everything I knew how to do. I had passed the mantle off of very, very capable people who know not to just go to church, but to go and be the church. And then I came into the marketplace and started showing people how they can take their faith, how they can take their ideas, and how they can take their creativity and push it out there and to make more money for their family. They can do more, they can help more people, and they can find that center and that piece of doing what they've been purposed to do, not just what they have to do. And so that's what I do now. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was kind of scary. But I'm going to take you through the steps that I had to do for myself. And I figure if it worked for me, it'll probably work for you. And that's what I like to do. I always like to help people I'll be the guinea pig first. I'm going to always be the guinea pig first, okay? And so the first thing I did was I had to recognize that I've been in a certain place too long. As a pastor, as a retired pastor, as a bishop in the Lord's church, I realized that if I'm going to be like Christ, I have to not be afraid to do the last thing that he did. And this is the one thing that most pastors don't get an opportunity to do, and many of them are too afraid to do. They know they've exhausted everything. They've got the same constituency in their church. The church may be growing, but the people that are coming in are mature Christians, and they really just want the fellowship, a place to belong, and I understand that. But I'm talking about the assignment part. The latter part of what Jesus told them, he said he released them. He didn't say, I'm releasing them and y'all go to the synagogue. There's nothing wrong with church. I'm not bashing church at all. But he released them to do the work. What's on the inside of them. Now that they know they're kingdom citizens, now that they know that they are supposed to go and transition and change the world, now you've got to let them go. And one of the hardest things as a pastor for 17 years and church planner for 23 years is that I really, really, really love the folks that I served. But I understand I can't keep them there. And I have to follow the direction that he gave. He taught them. He empowered them. He gave them the ability. He let them know that you're not going to be by yourself, but I'm going to trust you with the task at hand, and I'm going to push you out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to transition to the next thing that I'm supposed to do. And a lot of people as Christians, we don't look that Jesus transitioned more than just coming to the world, coming into the earth, dying and rising again, if you believe, the story of Christ, and then transitioning to being not only Lord, but Savior, and taking his position. Well, check this out. We have to do the same thing. And so some of you all have gone through some major transitions in your life, and I know that it has not been easy. My heart and my prayers go out to you, but I want you to know, do not die in the midst of this transition. And so what are some of the things that I did? I had to recognize what signs had I been ignoring. Those things that says, no, I'm not ready. No, I don't want to do this. No, I'm not ready to change. I've been doing this for so long. I thought I was going to die doing this. I thought I was going to retire doing this. I thought I was going to be in this relationship forever. I did not plan on my children moving out and not want to come visit. I did not plan on the person that I love passing away. I did not plan on losing my kids. I did not plan on my marriage falling apart. I did not plan on losing my job. I did not plan on getting this dang on education. And I figure out I don't even want to do what I got my degree in. I did not plan on losing my job. I did not plan for this to happen. I did not plan to have to go into bankruptcy. I did not plan to be paying my mortgage for 15 years only to find out that now this balloon payment is due and I can't pay it and I'm about to lose my home. I did not plan. But here's the thing. All of those things, many of them, not the death one, but many of those things happened and there were signs, and we have to pay, hey, my love, we have to pay attention to those signs. So what do? You got to recognize the signs that you are ignoring. Go back and look and say, wait a minute, now that I've come through that, what were the signs that let me know this was happening, and what could I have done differently? If I could have prevented it, because every transition that's necessary comes with signs that all of them you cannot prevent, okay? But the ones that I could, could I have done differently, and what did I learn from it? And so that's not number one. This is the conditioning of your mind. I need you to start thinking before we go to number one. But number one is this: you're going to have to arrest the fear. Like I said, I had to arrest the fear of even becoming a female bishop and being so young. She said, hey, Tierra, my, I've been there and transition and make your heart beat. Doesn't it make, oh my God, doesn't it make your heart beat? Listen, you're talking about insomniac moments. I lost a lot of sleep getting ready to change. I got a lot of sleep because I was worried about what people are going to think. I'm going to get to that in a minute, how I dealt with that. But I had to arrest the fear. I had to decide, regardless of what I'm afraid of, I am going to get out of the comfort zone, because if I don't, I am going to do myself a disservice, and I will never, ever be the person that God wants me to be. Whether you are a Christian or not, you believe in God, God has a plan for your life. There's certain things he wants you to do in this lifetime. And if you don't take chances, you will stay where you are. You will become atrophy, not only in your faith, but in your follow through, and you won't get anything accomplished. If you all see me moving from left to right, I'm on 3 different things. So I'm on Instagram, Periscope, and Facebook. And so y'all work with me. I'm talking to all of y'all, okay? And so I had to get past my fear, and I had to get past my comfort zone. I had to realize that if I'm going to stay in a place of comfort, then my next is wrapped in my place of discomfort. It doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. Discomfort doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It just means it's unfamiliar. And I'm trying to tell you, if you ask God, God, help me to not be afraid. Remind me that you are on this journey with me. Not if you're getting out of the will of God, and that's something totally different. And only you and him know what his perfect will is for your life. But once you've got an idea of where he wants you to go, what he wants you to do, remember I said, well, if you all were not watching me on Facebook live last night, I talked about how God will give you the desires of your heart. The desires of your heart, that doesn't mean God gonna give you what you want. He's gonna place in your heart the desires that you need to have and that you need to push forward to. And so if you might say, I don't know what God wants, what's in your heart to do? What's in your heart to do? You want to make sure you're at the right place. You want to make sure that it's the right time for you to do it. Even if you have no one else around you who've done it, that doesn't mean that you should not do it. But understand this, it's going to be met with intrepidation. How did I say that word? I know how to say it and use it all the time, and I'm having a brain fart. Trepidation, I think that's the way you say it. Or it's going to be met with anxiety. Many times you don't know what to do, and none of us like to feel out of control. I know I don't, but it happens. And so what do? You ride with it. You trust the process. You trust that God has placed it in your heart. You trust the next thing I'm going to tell you to do. The third thing I'm going to tell you to do. The second thing I'm going to tell you to do. And that is get a departure plan. Get a departure plan. Think about it. I know that I need to leave this relationship. What do I need to do to make sure I land on my feet? I know that I'm going to be pushed out of my position, or I'm already laid off, but I still need to take care of my family. I need to take care of myself. What is a plan? Come up with a plan. Don't tell me you don't have a plan. Don't tell me you can't create a plan. Even if you don't have a plan, you can create a plan. You just need to sit down, calm yourself down. If you need to get you some coffee, you need to get you some hot tea or some hot chocolate, you need to get you a glass of wine, get you a martini, whatever you feel like you need to do. This is a no judgment zone, but calm your mind down. Get away. Even if you got to go check into a hotel for a day, get away and just sit down and just get before God and say, God, show me what I need to do. You got a plan. Let me tell you something. If you ask for help, he will answer you. I'm trying to tell you. He may not give you the whole plan, and be okay with that. He might just give you the next step, but at least you're one step closer than you were before you decided you were going to leave the situation or were forced out into this situation. And so you want to get a departure plan, and you want to know the cost. Okay? Think about it. What is it going to cost me? If I've got to give up my house because I can no longer handle the stress, strain, and the struggle of paying this mortgage anymore, what is it going to cost me? Is it going to cost me to fix, my credit going to be jacked up? You can fix your credit. Is it going to cost that I have to go live in an apartment or someplace I don't want to have to go? You can fix that. It's a choice. And remember, some of the times the transitional choices we have to make are temporary. I cannot tell you how true it is. It seems like it's permanent. It's not. It's only permanent if you choose to stay there. It's temporary. Okay. And thank y'all for the hearts. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And the next thing I want to tell you, number 2, is, I said get a departure plan, get out of your comfort zone. I'm sorry. Number 1 was arrest your fear and get out of your comfort zone. Number 2 is get a departure plan and know the cost. If you are going to start a business, know the cost. Too many people, even if you're starting in ministry, I hear this craziness all the time. I know God told me to do this. How much is it going to cost? I don't know. Why don't you know? God is not going to give you something that ain't going to give you a plan. Even he did that with Adam. He gave him a job. He told him what to do. He gave him an assignment. That's a plan. You got to have a plan, okay? You got to have a plan. Thank you all for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. And so you have to have a plan. And with this plan, figure out the cost. What is it going to cost me to start an online business? What is it going to cost me to move to a new state? What is it going to cost me? And here, don't get fearful because the cost may be greater than what you currently have. Because that's when you do things like I was telling you. You go and you figure out what you know how to do. I've talked to this about in different other lives. You find out what it is that you love to do, because there's no need to keep going and moving on forward in life and you're not doing what you love to do. You're doing what you got to do, because some of y'all have been forced to do what you got to do and you hate doing it. We'll change it. At least change what it is that you do or how it's done. Because sometimes you're in situations, I know I have clients that are in these small cities and there's not a lot of income. But I told them, I said, there are certain things that everybody needs, no matter how small the city is. They need groceries. They need health care. They're going to need water. They're going to need child care. They're going to need a job. They're going to need toiletries. If you got some women, there's certain things that we're going to need. We want to at least have some good makeup. We're going to need a grocery store or somebody who knows how to cook. There's certain things that we're going to need. Find your way in those fields and consider operating in them, even if it's temporary, while you make your transition. But if you can come out of those places that are seemingly stifling you, don't be afraid to move. I promise you, if you got to move to another state, another city, the old state or the present state that you're in, the present city you're in, it'll be there when you get back if you choose to go back. But don't be afraid to at least try, okay? So know the cost. Consider the cost. All right. Number 3, don't ask for permission of others' opinions. Other people's opinions do not matter unless it is your spouse or your children. Even when I transitioned from Cleveland, Ohio to Atlanta to open up my second location, the second location of our church, I did not ask my children's permission. When God tells me something, I don't have to counsel with people. I'm not counseling with you. I don't care about what your opinion is. Now, do I care if you care and if you're going to be hurt? That's what I'm wanting to do but still seeking God about my move. Understand this. Other people's opinions, that's just theirs. And it is based on what they feel, what they want to say, how they feel about you, how they feel about you leaving them, how they feel about the success rate of it, whether they know it's familiar, whether they think it's going to work. None of that matters. All that matters is what's in your heart to do. What has God placed in your heart to do? Understand this. Keep this in your heart and in your mind. Once you counsel with God, you do not continue to counsel with people. Once you counsel with God, once you ask God, God, lead me and guide me in the direction you want me to go, stop listening to people. Turn their sound volume off. Don't just turn it down because you might get distracted by the whispers. Turn it completely off. That's why I said, get a plan. And whatever that plan that you and God have devised, even if it's not the complete plan, as long as you get the plan as you go, You make sure that you're not listening to people who are not on board with you, because people will come and steal your dream. And I understand people desire, they want to know that, I'm doing the right thing. I need to get confirmation. But you got to be okay in hearing the voices in your heart that it is the right thing to do. And don't be afraid to say, oops, I went too far. Oh, wait a minute. Let me backtrack. It's okay. It's okay. People are so afraid of failing. You won't even try. You won't even know that you won't fail if you don't try. So you got to get past the place that you are. And let's go to number 4. Remove the thoughts that cause you to shrink back. Everybody is going to have faith failures. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you for that love. Everybody's going to have faith failures. In business, I have issues all the time. Right now, I'm trying to make a decision because I want to bring some more of my faith, my faith-based principles into what I'm talking to you all about, how I'm helping you build your businesses and build your organizations and build your churches. I'm here to do that. That's my history. But how do you balance it? So you've got to make sure that it's something for everybody, because my audience is just not Christians. My audience are Buddhists. I've got agnostics. I've got Jews. I got people that are from different walks of life. Some people don't know what they believe in. And so I am always going to be true to me, but how do I bring this into the marketplace? Specifically, if I'm going to places like the City Club or the Atlanta Club, or if I'm doing something with the politicians in the city, how do you do that? Because everybody wants to be politically correct. Y'all know me, I'm never politically correct, but I'm trying to learn how to balance all of that out and how to present it in a package where it's palatable for everyone. But I'm not going to ask that. I do want to know what people want to know to learn. But when it comes to how I do my business, I'm not going to ask people their opinion on that unless they are someone who have been where I'm endeavoring to go, and they have a success rate, and they also can tell me what not to do. Because your chances of success are even greater, and you move towards success quicker when you know what not to do as well as what to do. Those were some of my greatest lessons. Taking wisdom and insight from people who tell me, and I learned by watching them, what not to do. All right. So you want to remove the thoughts that cause you to shrink back. Those things that are going to come like darts into your head. Those fiery darts are going to tell you can't do this. This is stupid. It's better to stay with this person than to be by yourself, because it's hard out here. Honey, I'm sorry. If I'm going to struggle and I'm going to be unhappy, I'm going to struggle and be unhappy and be in a relationship, you got to go. If I'm going to be in a business partnership and I know I don't like you and we're not getting along, I'm going to have you buy me out, or I'm just going to have to go. Whatever it's going to take. But I am not going to allow my thoughts that want to keep me in a place of complacency, in a place of retroactive fear, in a place of me not moving and me not maturing and me not growing, and my bank account not growing, my spirit, my mind, my heart is not growing. I'm sorry, I gotta let it go. And I'm not going to allow thoughts to say this is not going to work. What if you fail? What if you don't? This is not gonna work. Well, why ain't it gonna work? Well, if you got a reason why it's not gonna work, then go and do the opposite of that, and then it'll work. I mean, this is common sense. We talk ourselves out of so much. I talked about making room to love. A lot of us do not trust our heart because we made bad decisions in our lives and choosing the wrong mate. We make bad decisions even in sometimes choosing our wrong majors in college. That's okay. You can always go and change it. And I'm trying to tell you, those of you all, do not get discouraged if you find out that you're not working in the place where you thought you were going to when you went to college, or you started off doing what you want to do and operating in your major, and now you don't even like doing it anymore. That's okay. That's okay. Shift it and shift it now. Don't keep putting it off. Some of you ladies, and I mentioned this yesterday, you all are waiting for Prince Charming to come in a UPS suit and drop your Amazon package off. Don't do that. Don't you sitting in church waiting for God to send them to the altar. No, don't do that either. Go out and say, hey, my name is Sally. Hey, how are you? I saw you over here. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. You seem like you a cool person to know. I'd like to know some more about you. Just introduce yourself. Everybody ain't gonna be your husband, but that person might know your husband if he's not the one. Always be sweet, be kind, and always give yourself an opportunity to meet new people. Some of the best business opportunities you have is by meeting new people, because of the people who you were working with right now, or the people you know were gonna give you their money, they would have given it to you by now. So you need to get out there. And stop convincing yourself you don't. Stop talking about yourself and how you're not this and how you're not that, and you want to do this first and no, do it now. And allow people to see the transition. Your transition will be inspirational to somebody who doesn't know they can't. Give yourself permission, and you're actually giving someone else permission to do the same. And so make sure that you remove any thoughts that are going to cause you to say, I can't. It won't work. It's impossible. I told you to silence the other people. Now you got to silence your own foolishness. And we all have it. Please don't act like you don't have it. We all have it. That foolishness, that conversation that does not sound like faith. That conversation that says, if I try this, people are not going to want to be my friend. Or if I try this, they're going to ostracize me. So what? There's plenty of other places for you to fit in. If you're one of those people that got to fit in, and I know lots of people are, you got to fit in that sense of community. And if you can't find a community, you create one. And I promise you, there are other people out there just like you. Have you ever gone through something and you like, oh my God, I'm the only person that's ever gone through this. Nobody knows, and you want to keep it silent, and you're screaming inside. You're dying on the inside because you feel like you're all by yourself. There's other people who feel the same way. If you can't find a community to be a part of, you go and you create the community. You invite people that are just like you to come and be a part, and y'all get together and you encourage each other. But you got to get to a place where you're removing any thoughts of causing you to shrink back. The next thing, number 5, own your right to choose and show up for you. Own your own right to choose. You deserve the right to choose. You're a grown up. Be a grown up. Some of you are still doing what your mama told you needed to do for a profession. Some of you are, you get a good job, you retire, and you get in a rocking chair on a porch, and you drink your lemonade and your Kool-Aid and your Arnold Palmer's, and you just enjoy your grandkids, and you die into the sunset. Lies, lies, lies. I ain't doing that. No, I want to listen. I want to go zip lining. I love zip lining. I want to go and, I don't want to climb, Mount Machu Picchu or whatever the name of the mountain. But I want to go to Costa Rica, and I want to go to Ireland. Yeah, this little chocolate girl wants to go to Ireland. I want to go to Abu Dhabi and the port of Spain, and I want to travel the world, and I want to help people start new businesses, and I want to be able to take maybe an RV or a camping trip with my dude. I want to be able to do something. I want to be able to do something different. But if I'm in a place where I am constantly holding myself captive to what I'm assuming somebody is expecting of me, or things that people have said that some of them people done died, okay, and they done went on to glory, and you still holding on to their vision. What about your vision? Give yourself permission to choose what vision you want to follow. And check this out again. If you want to go back to the old thing, you can. But at least give yourself permission to try something new. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you for that love. I appreciate that. And so I want you to think about this. This is serious. This is so serious. Too many of y'all are too wonderfully endowed with creativity and life and passion and ideas, and you still have the ability to move your arms and your legs, and you might be a little slower than you used to be in your 20s, but that's okay. You still got it. You still are handsome. You still just as cute as you want to be. You might be a little rounder, a little thicker. That's all right. Got a little seasoning behind them numbers called age. That's okay. Just make sure that you make the decision right now. I'm going to choose what I want. It doesn't mean the hell with anybody else. It just simply means that I am not going to go through hell trying to match up to what you think I should be doing. It's just like it's so funny. Somebody asked me, since you've changed your body so much, those of you who don't know, I've lost over 100 pounds. And I got my body sculpted after I lost all the weight to make sure that all the pieces and parts are together. I don't make any lies up about it. A lot of people like to say, I woke up like this. No, I'm about to turn 50 in a few months. I ain't wake up like this. I woke up off the operating table like this. But I didn't wait for people to tell me, you need to do this. And don't. I had people tell me, why are you going to lose all that weight? You're losing too much weight. Oh, because I don't want to die. I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to have high blood pressure. I don't want to have any more knee surgeries because my knees can't take all the weight. I don't want to have any back surgeries. I want to look my absolute best. I want to look good for me. I want to feel good for me. I want to be around for my grandchildren and my great-great-grandchildren. And I still want to look amazing when I'm doing it. That's right. You've got to get a deliver from people's opinions and their thoughts. That is right, honey. You got to. And so it's going to cause you to have to say, you know what? I'm going to choose what's best for me. I'm going to marry somebody. I remember when I met my husband. Those of you who may not know, I'm about to celebrate my 24th wedding anniversary in a couple of weeks. Actually, in 6 weeks, I'm going to be married 24 years. And I married him, and we were married within 45 days of saying we're going to go on and we're going to date. Our first date, 45 days after our first date. And people said, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Y'all not going to stay married. And half of them ninjas ain't even married no more. And some of them never got married. Some of them by choice. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that was out there doing whatever they got to do to try to hook one and still didn't get one. And so what am I saying? You got to make decisions that's best for you. Because what I would have done was I would have waited till, the perfect guy came. Ain't no perfect guy. I'm not the perfect girl. They don't exist. But you find somebody that's perfect for you at the place which you are in life, and you all commit to move forward. It's the same thing in business. You find something that's perfect for you. People might not understand why. I have a mentee that she left a great paying corporate job. I mean, a great paying corporate job to follow her passion. People told her, you're crazy. You shouldn't do that. Why would you do something like that? Why would you leave your job? I'm going to tell you why you leave your job, because it's in your heart to do something more. You got to go beyond, I want a paycheck. You got to get to a place where you say, I know what I need to do to sustain my family, but I also know what I'm passionate about. Now, how can I take that passion and turn it into currency? How can I use it in a creative way that answers the desires and the requests of other people? That is so family. I wish I could see my family. My kids are crazy. It's all get out. What are y'all doing? Y'all want to come say hi?
No, I'm trying to make sure the dogs don't bark.
Kiara, come here. I want everybody to see my daughter-in-law. She don't want...
Go take my test.
Okay, go take your test. Okay. All right. Y'all have to see her another day. She's another Glamazon. So y'all got to see she's so cute. All right. So anyway, my family. This is one of the benefits when you make your own choices. You can work from home and you can see your family. Yes, yes, yes. Consider that. Some of y'all don't want to see your family, and I do understand that. I do understand that. Okay, the next thing. Let's look at this. Number 6. Get a plan of reentry. Don't just have an exit strategy. Get a plan of reentry. How are you going to re-enter? If you're going to do things on your own terms, if you're going to show up for yourself, not worry about what people are saying, not worry about, the things that are coming in your head that's going to convince you that you cannot get through this transition, you're going to die in it, it's not going to work, I shouldn't try to do something different, something out of the ordinary, something that I'm passionate about. Thank you for that love. Thank you for them hearts. Think about this. I want you to think about what is going to be your plan of reentry, because baby, when I was a young girl, there was a woman named Diana Ross, and she sang this. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. Listen, you better come out. Now, some of y'all don't know who that is, so let me do this. My other anthem, it's called It's My Time. You know that one? That's by Kelly Price. She's a diva. Y'all go check that song. That's one of my. That's the song I should be playing. But Facebook has a problem when I play that, so they block me. I don't want to be blocked today. But anyway, you got to get you an anthem, honey. And you got to get you a plan that you're going to re-enter. And let me tell you this. You need to be stealth about this plan. That means you got to go under the radar. Don't go blast it out. When you all saw me come out, I had new pictures. I had a new look. I had a whole new marketing plan. I knew what I was going to present. I made sure that my webpage, Madam CEO University, was up. I made sure that I had things that people wanted. I make sure I talk about conversations that people wanted. Even when I did my Tuesdays with Tia, where I talk about relationships and I talk about you, those real kind of relationships. Them grown folk conversations on Tuesdays with Tia. I do it on Facebook and Periscope. But I understood that I had to show up for myself. I realized that I had to create a plan of reentry, and I wanted to make sure that it was magnificent to the degree that I could do. Now, some of you, I'm going to say, I ain't that creative. I don't know how to do all that. That's why you get me. That's why you go on a discovery, set up a discovery session at MadamCEOUniversity.com and come on and let's talk about it. I'm going to spend 1 hour giving you a game plan that you can follow. And it's on sale now. It's $99 instead of $150. That's my normal rate. So check this out. This is what I want you to do. Get a plan of reentry. What does it look like? What do you want the world to see when you come back out? How do you want them to see that you triumphed through that divorce? What do you want people to see? Some of y'all might say, I don't care what they see. I'm just glad to be alive. Amen, honey. I get it. But once you get past that place And you're re-entering the world. You're re-entering to dating. You're opening up your heart to love again. You're opening up your mind and your spirit to believe in God again, to believe in faith again. You're opening up your mind to the possibilities of creating something after maybe your business idea did not work, or you're part of something that someone else was doing and it didn't quite work the way they promised it was going to work. That's okay. Get a re-entry plan. Whatever you do, plan. If you do not plan and then have in a steps where you can implement, it will just stay an idea and you will stay stagnant. Okay. So you've got to have a re-entry plan and make sure that it's implementable. Okay. And be okay with it. Be okay with it. The next thing I want you to do, this seems like common sense, but common sense is only common to the one that's already got the sense. Move forward. Okay. Move forward. Move forward. Some of you all get stuck at the planning stage. I'm transitioning. I don't know what to do, or I'm here. I'm afraid. It's normal. It's natural, but you got to get to moving. Move forward. That means I am not doing this. Now you from the hood, you know how to do this because you got to always watch your back like I am. However, you want to make sure that you are moving forward. You're not talking about, well, you know, my last relationship, my last business partner, my last job, my last career, your last. God is not in your past. God is in your future. And you've got to remember, your promise is in your future. Your opportunities is in your future. Your successes is in your future. Anything that happened as history, even if it's good, it's in the history. It's your story. It has already played its place. You've got to move forward. And this is scary. I get it. I know it. I understand it. Trust and believe. I get it. But you've got to decide today, I'm going to move forward now, not tomorrow, because tomorrow ain't gonna never come. You might not be alive tomorrow, but at least if you're gonna die today saying I did something more for myself and my future than I did the day before. Okay? Now, after you move forward, I want you to do this. Now, this might be a little challenging. We're at the end of our thing, and so you got some comments to those of you all who are coming. Hey. Amen. She said, I'm not going back. I'm moving ahead. I'm here to declare to you, my past is over. That's right. Your past is over. Let it be over. Some of you all keep dating it. You keep dating it. It's like, I want my old boyfriend. You ever go back and you see an old boyfriend, an old girlfriend? And listen, I'm about to go to my class reunion. It's me and my husband's class reunion. And every time I go, I always see somebody that I knew that used to be interested in me, or I was interested in at some point in time or whatever. And I look over at my husband, I'll be like, God, I thank you. It almost made me want to break out in tongues. I'll be so grateful that I did not choose them people. I'm so grateful that you allowed me to dodge that bullet. I'm so grateful, because a lot of people, they go back and they want to hook back up with their former. And their former is doing the same thing they was doing the last time they was there. Now, I understand you might have that one little hookup. You just want to see what it's like. Don't do it, because you might end up with something. But what I'm saying is, you going backwards because you think there's some hope. Now, I'm not saying there can't be hope in the past. But if it's really supposed to be in your next, it will move past your now and come to your next and meet you there. That's all I'm saying, okay? So don't go back digging in old garbage. Don't go back to vomit. Don't go back to the vile things hoping that you're going to see if what they could have been or what could have been. Maybe it'll work out now. Leave that mess alone. You deserve the opportunity to have a brand new start, okay? So here's number 8. Create an opportunity for yourself. If there are no opportunities, there's no jobs. Jobs are on a shortage. I help people every day figure out how to take their creativity and turn it into currency. That's just not a tagline. That's for real. That's what I do. I help people. I am a profitability and an advisor to people who are going from the place of employee to the place of being an employer. Or going from a person that just wants to be an organizer of an organization to actually being the person who actually has the organization or the ministry. That's what I do. And so check this out. For those of you who don't know me, I am Tia Wilson McCrary. I'm the owner of Madam CEO, a small business advisory and profitability firm. Some of you all know me as Bishop Tia McCrary. Some of you all know me as Tia. However you know me, whatever you call me, just make sure it's respectful. And listen to the words that I'm saying, because I'm only going to give you the wisdom and insight that I really wish that I had. If you have not checked me out, if we are not connected, make sure you find me at Madam CEO ATL on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, and you can find me at Tier Wilson McCrary. Tier, it's year with a T in front, so y'all always know how to spell my name, okay? Always remember that, year with a T in front. And let's get connected. If you are not on my mailing list, you have not picked up my new book that's free. How the 5, what is it called? See, this is what happens when you write so much. Let's see. The 5 things that every business should avoid if you want to make money. You can pick that up for free right now at Madam CEO University, okay? .com, Madam, M-A-D-A-M CEO University. If somebody who is watching on all 3 of these platforms, if you don't mind, somebody real quick, write down in the comments, Madam, M-A-D-A-M CEO University.com, so that people can see the comments. They can pick it up for those of them that cannot write right now. And I appreciate you doing that. So create an opportunity for yourself. So if you're transitioning from a 9 to 5, you've gotten laid off, thank you so much. You've gotten fired, employ yourself. I understand maybe you can't make 6 figures. I get it. Going into it. That's all right. That takes time. But you can. If you got a good plan and a good strategy, if you got some steps and you know who your target audience is, you know how to get in front of their face and offer them what they're asking for. My former pastor used to say this, he who solves problems gets paid. Baby, I like to believe that, and I know it's the truth. Because when I started solving problems and people were coming to me for counseling and everything, and I was no longer a pastor, I'm like, I'm not doing this for free. And so my first month, I literally made over $11,000. And I miscounted because it was actually 15 in a month. And it continues to grow. Don't tell me that you cannot do it. You can do this. I know you can do this. You just need to sit back and maybe just sit down and say, take some time with me. Okay? And I'll sit down and I will talk to you. Figure out what you're doing. Figure out what your passion is. Figure out what your purpose is. How to take it and make money doing it and offering it to the world. No, everything is not going to be for pay, but there are some things that you need to get paid for. So if you lost your job, honey, create yourself. Create your own. Create your own. One of the smartest things I ever did 27 years ago was start employing myself. Because I'm not going to have somebody tell me what to do all the dang on time. Sometimes, but not all the dang on time. All right? Okay, the next thing I want you to, if you find yourself from going from one business model to another. You know, I get this with people who I help that are in multi-level marketing, who are direct sales, whatever you would like to call it. They might be, you know, MLMs, you know, whether you're selling tea or whether you're selling, you know, nutritional supplements, whether you're selling waist trainers, whether you're selling, you know, hair, whatever you're selling. Sometimes that business model does not work for you and you want to try something different. It doesn't make a difference. You've got to create an opportunity for yourself. How can you stand out from the group? Maybe you need to go back to, I'm saying not go back. Maybe you need not to quit what you've already invested into. And I understand everybody can't be their own employer 24 hours of the day. And what do I mean by that? Everybody's not cut out to be an entrepreneur, okay? A full-time entrepreneur. But everybody can be an entrepreneur, all right? That's if you've got the mental capabilities to do that. And I understand everybody don't have it. Some people don't have the patience for it either. Y'all do something different. Don't listen to me when it comes to business, okay? You just listen to me when I'm talking about the encouraging stuff like I'm doing today. All right. And so if you're going from one career to the other, if you're going from employee to employer, create the opportunity for yourself. Stop waiting for somebody else to give you a leg up. Create your own, okay? Some of y'all have been waiting for somebody to help you, to agree with you, to push you, to encourage you, to finance you. Do it on your own. You don't know how to do it, call me. I'll tell you how to do it, all right? From being employed by someone else to employing yourself, take your time and decide, do I want to do this? What can I do? You don't have to just stick with one thing like I was taught in my generation. You get with one thing, you stick with it because somebody lied and misquoted the quote that says, you're a jack of all trade and a master of none. That's not even the quote. The quote says, it says be a jack of all trades. It says the quote is be a jack of all trades and not just a master of one. That's actually the actual quote. Be a jack of all trades and not just a master of one. You tell me that that's not true, I'm going to tell you, go talk to any wealthy person. Not just rich, wealthy. They've got their money in all kinds of businesses. They've got their portfolio diversified, okay? And the reason why we are not making the money as melanated people that we should is because we got that one stream of income. That's why you need to go pick up that product. Turn your one idea into multiple ideas. It's $39. It's a whole course. You get the training manual. You get your scheduler. You get over 1 hour of video training from me, speaking right to you about what to do. Check this out. Go make that investment. Start investing in yourself to learn how to diversify who you are. I don't care if you ain't got but lint in your pocketbook. You can still diversify yourself. I had a young lady, and bless her heart, I'm so glad that I got an opportunity to talk to her. She says, you know what? This is what I know. This is what my passion is, but I don't have the money to do it. Okay. Well, she wants to be a makeup artist. And I told her, I said, well, if you go, and many of you all don't know this, you want to put yourself out there. If you're really, really good at makeup, get on Instagram. That is the place to find new clients. Get on Facebook. Let people know that you have that available. Work with young girls and teach them how to put on, makeup, natural looks. Work with moms who need to, learn how to get bags under their, I give them out of their eyes. Work for adolescents who's trying to figure out how to get that bang and, contour and how to get rid of the acne. Work with them. Go, if you don't have the money to go get the makeup, that's all right. Reach out to people who are already and this is for free. I'm telling y'all, okay? Go and reach out to people who are who have makeup companies on Instagram, these smaller startup companies, and tell them you would like to be an ambassador. Make sure you have the viewership. Think about that. Okay, go to Macy's, go to Dillard's, go to places who have samples and ask them, do you have any samples left over of makeup? Okay, ask them, can they give them to you? They will do it. It's in their basement, dog. I'm trying to tell you. I used to work at a department store. It's in the basement or in the storage area. They got it. Go to the makeup counters and ask them. Maybe not go to MAC, but go to the area where they sell all kinds of makeup and just ask. Ask for samples. Give it out to the homeless women. You learn how to do it and then take what you have that's still in the package and you donate it. They'll donate to that, and they might ask you for, and they might actually you need some more stuff. Come back and get it on. Come back and get it. These and when you go to the hair salon, beauty supply store, these Vietnamese beauty supply stores, if you have them in your area, the people who have products in those stores, they give them samples to hand out, but they keep them up under the desk, hoping you don't ask for them. Ask for it. Ask for it. And get on the web. It's free, y'all. And start putting yourself out there. Start building up that know, like, and trust factor with people. And then start charging for your expertise. It's easy. So not having is not enough. Sometimes you just need the motivation and the direction on how to go and get it. Okay? That's right. A closed mouth don't get fed. Even the Bible says, ask and you shall be given. You just got to make sure you ask the right people. And don't think that there's not the right people out here. People ask me stuff all the time, and I tell them free information that I can pay for, that I charge people to pay. I charge people for, to know, okay? This is one of my favorites. Peach sweet tea. All right. The last thing is trust your ability to create what you need from within. And I hit it on just a couple seconds ago. All right. Trust your ability to create what you need from within. Some of you all are saying, I don't have these options. I've lost everything. I talk to y'all all the time. I know. I've lost everything. I don't know what to do. I get it. Lord knows I get it. Trust what's on the inside of you. God has uniquely put something on the inside of you that you probably have not even tapped into yet. And you'll see that if you begin to tap into who you are, what you can become, and what you can produce, you'll be surprised what can come out of life. You'll be so surprised what you can create. Get connected to who you are. Get connected to what you're supposed to be doing. Figure out, am I supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now in this part of my life? There's the question that you need to ask yourself. I know you probably inquired of God. You figured out what it is that your heart desired and wanted to do when you were, let's see, in your 20s. But what are you supposed to be doing now? What are you supposed to be doing right now in this place in your life? What are you supposed to be doing? Y'all got some questions or comments? Please write them below. I am definitely going to answer them. What are you supposed to be doing? Make sure you all go and push that share button and let people know that this is available to them. What are you supposed to be doing in your life right now? Right now. What are you supposed to be doing? I keep saying it. I want you to think about this. What are you supposed to be doing right now? What career are you supposed to be in? What is that dormant passion that you have in your heart that you really want to pursue? What are you ready to do, but you're afraid to take the plunge because you're afraid you might fail, or what if it doesn't work? What will people say? To heck with what they say. What if you start and it flourishes? What if you start and it actually works? What if you give yourself an opportunity to create a business on the side and it takes over and it moves faster and grows quicker than you thought it was going to be, and it forces you to have to transition and make a decision? Am I going to keep my job, or am I going to do this now? And what do you do when that comes? You're going to know what to do when that time comes. But as opportunity comes to transition, as opportunity comes to change, as opportunity comes to grow, to be loved, to create, to inspire, to be inspired, to do things you've only dreamt of, as those things come, what will you do with them? Will you pass them off again? Will you say, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that, or I'm too afraid, or I don't know if this is the right time. I don't know. Stop I don't knowing and do something, dang on it. Wipe the tears from your eyes. Know that there's a tomorrow that has opportunity wrapped in a really, really beautiful bow. And there's a tag underneath that bow, and it has your name on it. And that gift is the gift of time to do it over. To start not over, but start where you left off. Let me say that. You get a do-over. You get another chance. That's what I mean. Don't be afraid. When fear comes, arrest it. Just like somebody an intruder try to come in your house, what would you do to stop it? That's an intruder trying to come into your heart, your mind, your soul, your will, your imagination, the place of origin where you create, the place that's most divine. I want you to think about that. What are you going to do? Hey, Sonia Sugar, how you doing? Give me a call. What are you doing? What are you doing? Some of you all have gotten through some of these steps I gave you today, but you stopped. Why? Matter of fact, let's not even worry about why. Let's just get moving. Number 7 was move forward. So let me do a recap. Arrest the fear. Get out of your comfort zone and stay out. Number 2, get a departure plan. You know that you're in this place. You cannot stay here. You're going to die. So get out of this place and transition and know the cost. Get a chance to know the cost. What is it going to cost me? Sometimes the cost is I just got to get rid of the chaos and I'll get peace on the other side of this transition. Go for it. Number 3, don't ask for permission from other people's opinions. Turn off their sound. Turn off their frequency. Listen to your heart. Listen to your spirit. Listen to the voice of God. Number 4, remove the thoughts that cause you to shrink back. Arrest them. Like I just said, if somebody was coming to your house, an intruder, arrest them. Number 5, own your own right to choose. Stop waiting for somebody to give you permission. This is your life. You choose. Choose what you want to do, when you want to do it. All those things. Show up for you. You want everybody else to show up and encourage you. No, you show up for you. You may not have no encouragement. You may not have nobody in your corner. You do it for you. Okay? Next thing, number 6, create a plan of reentry and be okay with that plan. How do I want to emerge out of this? What kind of life do I want after I come out of the transition? Create it for yourself. Don't wait for life to create it for you. Create it for yourself. Number 7, the big one, like I said, move forward. Now that you've got a plan, you've silenced everybody, you know what it's going to cost. You know that you're ready, even though you may be trembling and scared. Move forward. Do not stay stagnant. Keep moving. Do not stop. Keep moving. If you're going the wrong direction, take a detour and go back and go, just don't stop. Keep moving. All right? And then the last one is create opportunities for yourself. Trust your ability to create what you need from within. Go outside of yourself. Our ancestors used to do it. They did it. Now you can do it. This generation has a hustle mentality. Those of you all who are in my generation, we used to just, do what our parents told us or what society told us. No, you get out there and you hustle. You make it happen. If it doesn't exist, create it. If there's no opening, open up a door. You create the door. There's no opportunities. You be the opportunities for yourself and someone else. Just make sure that you transition. And when you find out that you're able to transition, when it comes again, another opportunity, because it will, take the bulls by the horns and just roll with it. All right? Well, listen, it has been fun, but I got to run. I've got some things I got to do. Go on to MadamCEOUniversity.com. That's MadamCEOUniversity.com. Pick up my new book, okay? And make sure that you get that product. It's called Take One Idea. It has a light bulb on it. Take one idea and turn it into multiple streams of income. It's $39. It comes with over 1 hour of teaching, a training manual, and a schedule that you can print out to keep you on task. It's been fun. I'll catch you guys Tuesday, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time in the afternoon for more in Madam CEO Live. Y'all got questions or comments? Go visit my page, push the comment button or push the connect button, the contact button, and I'm going to answer your email. Until then, I'll see you all later. To my beta class, I'll see you bright and early Saturday morning. Let's get this money.